Hey friends, welcome back. So today's video is going to be my Makeup Geek pretty much haul. I went a little bit overboard. This is kind of a segmentation from my full makeup collection. I wanted to be able to show you guys these shadows in depth in kind of a separate video because I have all of their names and I figured that this would be the easiest way to do it, and then that way if you didn't want to sit through my entire makeup collection, you could come specifically to this video to see what I bought from Makeup Geek. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So the first thing that I got from Makeup Geek is actually 2 Z palettes. I had one already, but I knew I was going to need more with the individual shadows that I was purchasing. So I went ahead and bought 2. It actually was more than enough. So if you guys are curious, each Z palette holds, let's see. Now, according to the online, it says that it's supposed to hold 28, but it doesn't. As you guys can see, I mean, these are, I don't know how any more shadows could fit in here. So 27, just to be safe. Starting here, this shadow is called Americano. It's this true brown shade. It's beautiful, and I think it's a definitely must-have for any collection. The next shade is Barcelona Beach, which is kind of like this cool toned, light brown, kind of like a sandy brown gray. It's absolutely beautiful and it's a great transition shade. The next shade is Beaches and Cream, which I'm sure you guys have seen is a fantastic transition shade as well. It's kind of that peachy, creamy, neutral color that I think is just works really well in the crease. So again, that is Peaches and Cream. The next shade, and this shade's called Bedrock, and it kind of reminded me of, what is it, the Lil Wayne song? So that's kind of why I got it. But I also really loved this kind of cool tone slate gray. I found that I have a lot of really warm tones in my collection, and with my skin being fair, I am more cool toned. So I wanted to get more shades that would really complement that. So again, this is Bedrock. The next shade to the right is a staple. It is this beautiful deep burgundy shade called Bitten. It's such a great shade to have in your collection. And the nice thing about the Makeup Geek shadows, I think they are between, I can't remember if they were $3 or $5 each. They were $6 each. Some of them, which I'll get to, they were a little bit more expensive. But so far each one that I've listed has been $6. So again, this is Bitten. The shade right next to it is called Burlesque. I loved the name of this, but I also loved the shade. It's more of a, I would say it's got a little more, maybe more pink to it. It's a lot lighter than Bitten. So it kind of reminds me of just like a really great wine color. Like these 3 shades are just like ideal wine colors. Now, of course, you don't need to get all 3 of the 3 here because this one's called Cherry Cola. Of the 3, if you had to pick 2 or even pick 1, I'd say Bitten's definitely your best bet. But anyway, that one's Burlesque. The next one is Cherry Cola, and the reason that I like this one so much is because it's a sorry, here's my cat. It is a true cherry cola color. It is beautiful. It is red, but it is brown, and it is purple, but it's warm. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So again, that is Cherry Cola. The next color down here is such a great fun color to have. It's called Chickadee. I'm sure you guys have seen this used in some tutorials, but kind of this orange soda pop color is like one of my favorites that I really want to start experimenting with more. I just think it's such a fun color to use either as a transition or to really go like way overboard and do it all over the lid. So that again is called Chickadee. The color directly next to it is called Cocoa Bear, which I think everybody has heard of from the Makeup Geek collection. It's named after her husband. And this is such a beautiful brown shade. I am literally obsessed with it. It's great for transitioning into the crease. It's great for the outer corner. It's great for all over the lid if you want to do like a super dark smoky look. It's great for underneath the eye. Like, it is perfect. I love it, and I highly recommend picking up Cocoa Bear. The shade that's next to Cocoa Bear is Concrete Jungle, which kind of reminds me of, reminds me of the Alicia Keys, and who's the other person in that? Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Anyway, but it's this beautiful, cool toned gray. Again, just really beautiful in the pigmentation, absolutely gorgeous. And again, one of my favorite grays that's in here. The color next to Concrete Jungle is called Creme Brulee, which again is another great transition shade, perfect for right into the crease, or even if you wanted to do a super neutral look, just applying this all over the lid up into the crease and then just putting a really light shade on your brow bone. It's gonna call it a day. It's a really great shade to play with. So again, that is Creme Brulee. The one right next to it, I love. It's this really beautiful grapey purple, and it's called Curfew. So again, this is not going to be an everyday wearable color, but it's one that you can definitely throw on the bottom lash line for just a pop of color, kind of buff into your crease just for fun. Or you could even utilize this just, again, all over the lid with like maybe a more dark purple or a black on the outside. So again, this is just like a really fun color. I wanted to get some like pops of color that I don't normally have, like that I don't have in my collection, to kind of incorporate into this, just because I thought it'd be fun. The color right next to it is a beautiful green, is called Dirty Martini, and I thought this would be so great, like these two green colors for like fall, for fall looks. And I cannot explain to you guys how excited I am to play with these. I'm really excited to do a green and gold look, just like I'm excited to do like a burgundy and gold look, because those are just such beautiful makeup ideas that I'm just definitely drawn to. So again, that's Dirty Martini. The color right next to it, that other really beautiful deep green shade, is called Enchanted Forest. And you guys can see it is so dark and so beautiful. Like, I just want to wrap myself in this color. So again, that is Enchanted Forest. The next one down here is Frappe. It's, again, such a beautiful shade. Perfect for all over the lid, perfect for into the crease. Great transition shade. It's just this beautiful kind of, I would say, mid-tone brown shade. The shade right next to Frappe is Galaxy, which is like this like black, gray. It's just hard to explain, but it's a great shade, especially if you're utilizing, if you're wanting to do a gray smoky eye to incorporate this Galaxy shadow into the eye look. I think it's going to be perfect. The shade that's right next to that one is Graphite, which I think anytime you think of gray, I think Graphite is like the great like pencil shade. So again, Graphite. Okay, the shade next to Graphite is Latte, and Latte is this, again, beautiful transitional shade. I picked up kind of a lot of like transition shades. I picked up lots of like pops of color, and then I picked up lots of like just colors I don't have in my collection, because there's so many looks that I want to do for you guys, but it's kind of hard when you don't have the shadows to kind of incorporate it. And I figured what better company to work with than Makeup Geek. She's a YouTuber herself, and these shadows are so affordable that I feel like anybody could go and purchase these if they wanted to recreate the look, and it's not going to break your budget. You know, I love like MAC shadows, and I love drugstore shadows, but again, I love supporting other YouTubers and their endeavors, and honestly, Makeup Geek, it's amazing. And if you guys have not checked her out, I would love to leave her website below for you guys. This again is, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's not sponsored. I just really love Marlena and the products that she's created, and so I hope that you guys will go check her out too. So the color next to Frappe is Mango Tango. It's this like beautiful like orange peachy pink color. It's like, I figured this would be so fun for summer. I don't know, I just thought it'd be like the perfect summer shade to kind of like buff into your crease, and like, I don't know. I really want to play with that color, because this is called Mango Tango, and one of my lip products that I showed you guys earlier is called Mango Tango, so I thought maybe it'd be really fun to wear those two together, but we'll see. The shade next to this, I think, is Mermaid? Yeah, Mermaid. And you guys, okay, I have to swatch this one for you. What? This shadow, like sorry guys, I just hit the camera. This shadow, like I got it in the mail, I swatched it, and I about died. I was like, this is insane. Like the pigmentation, it's absolutely beautiful. So if you guys want to see a look with Mermaid, leave a comment down below, and I definitely will find something to get filmed for you guys, and show you how fun this shadow can be to play with. So again, that's Mermaid. The shadow next to Mermaid is called Mocha, and it is this beautiful kind of, again, more of a cool toned brown shade, but gonna be perfect for everyday looks. So again, that's Mocha. So the next shade that we have down here is called Moonstone. It's this beautiful gray shade, kind of like a moon dust color, like what you would anticipate the moon's surface to like look like. Anyway, it's got shimmer in it, but it's absolutely beautiful. So again, that's Moon Dust. The next one is this kind of rich blue shade. It's kind of like a navy with some shimmer, and this is called Nautica. The next one is Peach Smoothie, which is a fan favorite. I had gone on the Makeup Geek site like a couple times, and a lot of their shadows were sold out, but they did restock. They tend to get product back in relatively quickly. So if you find that a shadow that you like on here is sold out, go and check back in a week or two, and they've usually got them restocked by then. So it's relatively easy to get a hold of your favorite shadows from Makeup Geek. The shadow right next to it that I absolutely love, this is called Peacock. I'm like running out of, like, this is such a gorgeous blue shade that I couldn't help it. Like I had to get it. So again, this is Peacock. I felt like this would be so beautiful to pair with Mermaid, like looking at like the two. Looking at the two, I thought it'd be so perfect together. The next shade, this beautiful like red with like, I think it's got like gold sparkle in it. It's called Razzleberry. It's really fun. And I figured this would just be a really fun shade to play with, especially in the summertime or for spring looks. And then the next shade here, I think this is Vanilla Bean. Oh, this one's Shimma Shimma. This is just a really beautiful light, either all over lid color or highlight that I thought would just be a really great staple to have in my collection. So that is the end of shadows numero 1. Okay, so moving on, we're going to be covering the second palette, which has noticeably fewer shadows in it. But anyway, I wanted to tell, like before we jump in this, I wanted to tell you guys about a little bit more about Makeup Geek, like their shipping, because I'm sure some of you guys are curious. The shipping, the cost is not on here, so I don't know how much I paid. But I did like standard mail, like 7 to 10 days, because I'm not going to pay an extraordinary amount of money for shipping. Like I'll get it when I get it. But I ordered Makeup Geek. I got on Monday. It was one day. I had it by Wednesday. I was impressed. Like I don't know if it's because there is one of their facilities, I think it's in Michigan and I live in Ohio, so maybe that's why, it's because it's so close. But it was incredibly fast shipping. So before you like overnight your order, place your first Makeup Geek order and see how quickly you get it, because I personally was extremely impressed. So anyway, this next color here, this is called Stealth. It's just another gray color. I didn't have any gray shadows in my collection at all before I ordered these. I think I have like a taupey gray shade from my Kat Von D palette, but I didn't have anything like this. The next one is Taupe Notch, which is again just like a taupey brown shade. All of my shadows came in excellent condition, like no chips or anything except for this one. I don't know why. Now Makeup Geek is extremely great with their customer service, so if you receive something like this and you're just like, nope, I don't want it, you can actually send it back to them and they'll replace it for you. But me personally, I was like, it's an itty bitty, teeny tiny chip out of it. It's not the end of the world, so I didn't return it myself. But anyway, that one is called Taupe Notch. The shade that's right next to it is called Time Travel. It's like this beautiful, it's like a green blue, kind of like a sea color, like you would imagine. It's absolutely gorgeous. The next shade that's right next to that one is called Twilight, which is it's such a beautiful all over lid color. Like if you guys are wanting to do like a gray look, you can incorporate Twilight all over the lid. It just looks so good. The next one is Vanilla Bean, and I picked this up basically because I wanted just another all over lid shade. So that's Vanilla Bean. The one next to it, isn't this color gorgeous? This is Vintage, and this is like, it's purple, but it's gray. It's beautiful. And I definitely recommend picking up this color. I get a lot of use out of it. The color right next to it is one of the more expensive ones. This was $9.99, and this is one of their foiled shadows, and this is in Grandstand. And guys, when I picked this up, I literally was like, right? Like it's beautiful. And these two colors together I think are beautiful. So like creating an eye look with Grandstand all over the lid and Vintage like in the crease and on the outer, or even on the outer corner, is over the top. But yeah, I love those two shades together. The next foiled shadow that I got was Houdini, and I've kind of been eyeing these since they came out. Like, can we just like relish in the fact that this is so gorgeous? It is just this beautiful like blue. Like I just want to take like all of the foiled shadows and put them on my eyes together. It's bad. Like these are just so good. The next shade is Mesmerized, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful taupe shade. I wore this color on Thanksgiving all over my lid. And I got so many compliments from my family members telling me how much they love that shadow. So again, that one is Mesmerized. And then the last one that we have here is kind of like, I don't know quite how to explain it. This is another foiled shadow. It's kind of, I would say, coppery, but purple, but red. It's hard to explain. This, I would say it's not my favorite shadow that I picked up, but I do like it. Not a necessity, but the other 4 foiled shadows that I showed you guys, like, ride or dies. And then this is one of the new Makeup Geek contour shadows. Hallelujah. Marlena, you hit it on the head. It was so good. Like just a second. So I had been watching Marlena's Instagram and waiting for the release of these contour powders. I jumped on there one day, I saw that they were on the website, so I hopped over to the website and I purchased it. It was $10. I was surprised how small the pan is because they do look a little bit larger on the website. However, this color is perfect. This is I think it's shade 2 for the cool fair of the cool fair shades. This one is an Infidelity, and it is perfect. I've been using this pretty much every day since I got it. It is just the perfect cool toned contour shade. I am so impressed. Like I have a ton of bronzers and stuff and contour powders that I showed you guys that I had kind of been rotating and using. But like this has been my contour. Like I've been using the other ones as bronzers, but this has been my contour. So amazing. So if you guys were thinking about making a purchase on Marlena's website, definitely do. I recommend it. I was really nervous about the contour powders because I was kind of going by what the website said. I almost went with the shade that was lighter than this one, which was one of the porcelain shades. But I was afraid that it would be too light. So I decided, you know what, I'll just get it. If it's a little too dark, I can probably send it back. But yeah, I love this. So anyway, guys, that is the end of my Makeup Geek kind of haul. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I do not regret making my purchase at all. So for all of those shadows and the 2Z palettes, I paid, so it was the contour powder I purchased separately from the eyeshadows, and I got them both in ordered one day for shipping, got it the next business day on both of my products. So the shadows for all of them was $277.96, that's with shipping. The contour, I think I paid like $11.96 or something like that. It wasn't very much. especially for such a great quality contour powder. Like, it blends out really well. It's beautiful. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna stop rambling. Go check out my full-length makeup collection video if you guys would like. It's very long. I don't like the filming on it, to be really honest with you guys. Like, I started filming one way, I changed it to another way, and I kind of wish I would have done something more like this, where I'm literally walking through each product, because it gives you guys something more to look at. But it took me hours to film, actually kind of a total of 2 days. My camera kept dying, and then the storage on my camera ran out, so I had to upload everything to my computer, which took hours, and I haven't even edited yet. So, but that was a video that was recommended by a follower of mine, so thank you so much for your recommendation, and I hope that you and everyone else who's watched that video, I hope you guys enjoy it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye guys.